Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive into the captivating twists and turns awaiting fans of the bold and the beautiful for the week of May 19, 2025. This week promises emotional depth, unexpected revelations, and heartwarming reunions that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. From Liam Spencer's heartbreaking health journey to Ridge Forrester's growing suspicions about his daughter Stephie, and a romantic spark that might just reignite, there's plenty to unpack. So, grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's explore the intricate web of drama, love, and secrets set to unfold in the world of Forrester creations and beyond. Liam Spencer's heart-wrenching battle and a devastating update. First on our radar is Liam Spencer, whose life has taken a tragic turn with the shocking diagnosis of an inoperable brain tumor. Once a man full of dreams and plans for a long, vibrant future, Liam now faces the harsh reality of a drastically shortened timeline. The weight of this prognosis has shifted his focus entirely. Instead of wallowing in self-pity, he's channeling every ounce of his remaining energy into securing peace and stability for his loved ones. His selflessness shines as he prioritizes the emotional well-being of his family over his own pain. This week, Liam is slated for a critical consultation with Dr. Grace Buckingham, a renowned neurologist who has been overseeing his treatment at Los Angeles Memorial Hospital. However, the update he receives is far from hopeful. Sources suggest that the experimental medication, which was intended to slow the tumor's aggressive growth, may not be delivering the expected results. There's even whispers that Liam's already limited time could be cut even shorter, a revelation that will undoubtedly shatter him. This bleak news intensifies Liam's mission to mend broken bonds, particularly between Stephie Forrester Finnegan and Hope Logan, the two women who have been central to his life and the mothers of his children. Imagine the emotional toll as Liam grapples with this update in a quiet hospital room, his mind racing with thoughts of his daughters, Kelly and Beth, and how to leave them with a legacy of love rather than conflict. Stephie and Hope, a fragile truce under Liam's guidance. Speaking of Stephie and Hope, their dynamic takes a dramatic turn this week, largely influenced by Liam's dire situation. In an act of raw honesty, Stephie recently defied Liam's wishes to keep his condition under wraps and disclosed the truth to Hope. This pivotal moment, set against the backdrop of Forrester Creations' sleek design studio, marked a turning point. Instead of fueling their long-standing rivalry, the revelation brought the two women together in a shared mission to support Liam and ensure their daughters feel secure during this turbulent time. Their conversations, often held in the serene Forrester mansion garden, are now laced with tentative empathy rather than animosity. Liam, despite his weakening state, continues to play the role of mediator, urging Stephie to fully reconcile with Hope. He envisions a future where the two can co-parent harmoniously long after he's gone, perhaps even picturing them laughing together at a school event for their girls' years down the line. This week, Liam's persistence might culminate in a symbolic gesture, possibly organizing a family picnic at a nearby park, where Stephie and Hope must confront their past resentments face-to-face under his watchful, hopeful eyes. The emotional weight of Liam's request adds layers to this storyline, as fans witness whether love and loss can truly heal old wounds. Ridge's suspicion, unraveling Stephie's sudden change of heart. Meanwhile, Ridge Forrester, the patriarch with a keen eye for hidden motives, grows increasingly wary of Stephie's abrupt shift in attitude toward Hope. For months, Stephie had been adamantly opposed to Hope's return to Forrester Creations, vowing to protect the company's legacy from what she perceived as Hope's destabilizing influence. Yet, this week, rumors swirl that Stephie extends an olive branch, possibly inviting Hope back to collaborate on a new fashion line during a tense boardroom meeting. This unexpected pivot raises red flags for Ridge, who knows his daughter's fiery determination all too well. Sitting in his office, surrounded by sketches of past collections, Ridge ponders what could have prompted such a drastic change. Could it be a strategic move to strengthen the company, or is there a deeper, more personal reason at play? Steffi finds herself at a crossroads. Does she confide in her father about Liam's terminal illness as the catalyst for her softened stance, risking an emotional outpouring, or does she craft a believable excuse to maintain privacy? Their father-daughter dynamic, often a blend of tough love and unspoken understanding, will be tested as Ridge probes for the truth, perhaps over a late-night whiskey in the Forrester living room, where family secrets often surface. A romantic reunion, Hope and Carter's tangled hearts. On the romance front, a potential reunion is brewing that could either mend or break hearts. Liam, ever the selfless soul, has been encouraging Hope to rekindle her relationship with Carter Walton, the charming COO of Forrester Creations. However, a misunderstanding complicates matters. Carter, during a chance encounter at a bustling downtown cafe, overhears Hope expressing to Liam that she doesn't want to be apart anymore. Lacking context, Carter assumes this is a declaration of lingering feelings for Liam, not realizing it's tied to Liam's health crisis. This miscommunication festers until midweek, when Hope drops a bombshell on Carter during a quiet dinner at Il Giardino, revealing the full scope of Liam's condition and her true intentions. The setting, with soft candlelight casting shadows on their faces, amplifies the emotional stakes as Carter processes that Hope's heart still belongs to him. This realization could pave the way for a heartfelt reconciliation, a moment fans have been yearning for, perhaps sealed with a slow dance under the restaurant's outdoor patio lights, symbolizing a fresh start. Yet, the waters remain murky with Daphne Rose still in the picture, a wild card who has been quietly vying for Carter's attention with her magnetic charm and bold ideas for the company. Will Hope and Carter's reunion stand firm, or will Daphne's influence stir further complications? Daphne Rose's rising ambitions and Forrester's next generation. Adding another layer of intrigue, Daphne Rose isn't fading into the background without a fight. Supported by an enthusiastic trio, Will Spencer, Electra Forrester, and Zend Forrester Dominguez, she's being nudged to launch a groundbreaking new fashion line under the Forrester banner. This initiative, brainstormed during late-night strategy sessions at a trendy LA loft, aims to blend sustainable fabrics with avant-garde designs, targeting a younger, eco-conscious demographic. Will, with his sharp business acumen, sees Daphne as a visionary who could redefine Forrester Creations' market edge. Electra, a rising star with a flair for bold aesthetics, brings creative energy to the table, while Zen's technical expertise and design ensures the project's feasibility. Their collective push could position Daphne as a formidable player, not just in the fashion world but also in Carter's orbit, creating a subtle undercurrent of tension with Hope. Picture the vibrant mood boards and fabric swatches scattered across a conference table as this new generation of talent plots their ascent, potentially reshaping alliances and rivalries within the Forrester dynasty. Next, we will explore the tangled web of romance and misunderstandings surrounding Carter Walton and the Bold and the Beautiful for the week of May 19, 2025. This week, the drama at Forrester Creations reaches new heights as Carter's heart is pulled in multiple directions, with questionable decisions and murky motivations driving the storyline. From his perplexing devotion to Hope Logan to the intrusive presence of the enigmatic Daphne Rose, and a glaring lack of context in his actions, there's much to dissect. Join us as we delve into the emotional chaos, hidden agendas, and impulsive choices that define Carter's current arc, with fresh details and creative twists to paint a fuller picture of this soap opera mess. Carter's confounding love for Hope, a romance without roots. Let's start with the cornerstone of Carter's emotional turmoil, his supposedly deep love for Hope Logan. To many fans, this bond remains a baffling enigma, lacking the depth or history to justify its intensity. Their romance, which seemed to blossom out of thin air and a mere handful of stolen glances over coffee breaks at Forrester Creations, feels more like a fleeting crush than a grand epic. Yet, the narrative pushes this connection as if it's a legendary love story etched in the annals of Los Angeles high society. The pair's most notable act together wasn't a declaration of undying passion but rather a controversial joint venture that saw them take control of a company under questionable circumstances. Picture Carter and Hope in a dimly lit conference room, poring over contracts late at night, their alliance more strategic than romantic. This week, their bond is tested yet again, as unresolved tensions simmer beneath the surface. Perhaps Carter reflects on their whirlwind partnership during a solitary walk along the Santa Monica Pier, questioning whether their connection is rooted in genuine affection or mere convenience amidst the corporate power plays at Forrester. The lack of a solid foundation leaves viewers scratching their heads. Will the writers finally give us a flashback of tender moments to anchor this relationship, or are we doomed to accept this love as a plot device? Eavesdropping disaster, Carter's misstep and misjudgment. Adding fuel to the fire of Carter's confusing arc is his penchant for inserting himself into conversations that aren't meant for his ears. This isn't a case of accidentally overhearing a snippet while passing by an open office door at Forrester Creations. No, Carter deliberately positions himself for maximum intrigue. Imagine the scene: he approaches Hope's office, notices Liam Spencer inside through the glass panel, and instead of announcing his presence, he quietly retreats a step, leaving the door ajar just enough to catch every word. His stealthy maneuver, conducted under the guise of retrieving a forgotten file, paints him as more of a spy than a concerned partner. What he overhears, a fragment of Hope expressing a desire not to be apart, lacks all crucial context, much like a viral video clip stripped of its full story. This incomplete puzzle piece drives Carter to leap to erroneous conclusions about Hope's feelings, setting the stage for rash decisions. Perhaps he storms off to the company gym, punching a bag in frustration, misinterpreting Hope's words as a rekindled flame for Liam. This week, fans will watch as Carter's failure to seek clarification directly from Hope spirals into unnecessary drama, highlighting how a simple conversation could have averted this misunderstanding. Carter's hypocrisy, confronting Daphne while faltering himself. In a moment of apparent clarity last week, Carter took a stand against Daphne Rose, an outsider who's been stirring the pot with unsolicited opinions about Hope. During a heated exchange in the Forrester Creations lobby, surrounded by curious interns pretending to shuffle papers, Carter sharply told Daphne to steer clear of Hope and ignore the vicious office gossip rumors likely fueled by none other than Stephie Forrester Finnegan, who's never shy about voicing her disdain. Fans cheered this rare display of loyalty from Carter, a brief glimpse of backbone as he defended Hope's honor under the glittering chandeliers of the reception area. However, this resolve crumbles swiftly when Carter's own emotions are challenged. By Monday, with his doubts about Hope still unresolved, sources hint that Carter opens his sleek, modern loft apartment door to Daphne, inviting her in for what starts as a sympathetic ear but could easily escalate into a more intimate encounter. Picture the scene: soft jazz playing in the background, a bottle of Cabernet on the counter, and Daphne's knowing smile as Carter vents his frustrations. His quick pivot from protector to potential betrayer underscores a frustrating inconsistency in his character, leaving viewers to wonder if Carter's moral compass only functions when it's convenient. Daphne Rose, a love that defies logic. Now, let's turn our attention to Daphne Rose herself, whose sudden and intense affection for Carter raises more questions than answers. Having arrived in Los Angeles mere weeks ago, Daphne's history with Carter is virtually non-existent. Their interactions prior to this week were confined to brief, professional exchanges within the polished walls of Forrester Creations, hardly the stuff of soulmate connections. Their first notable encounter outside the office occurred just last Friday, perhaps during an impromptu meeting at a trendy downtown bistro to discuss a fragrance campaign, given Daphne's reputation as a creator of magic perfume. So, where does this profound love she claims to harbor for Carter Walton originate? Is it purely opportunistic, a calculated move to secure a foothold in the Forrester empire through Carter's influence as COO? Imagine Daphne gazing at Carter across a table laden with marketing mock-ups, her mind not on scent notes but on how to weave herself into his life. Her background remains a mystery. Whispers around town suggest she hails from a small European village known for artisanal perfumes, but no concrete details emerge. This week, as Daphne potentially crosses a line with Carter, fans are left craving a deeper dive into her true intentions. Is she a genuine romantic or a cunning strategist hiding behind a captivating smile? The missing spark, why these romances fall flat. The crux of the frustration with Carter's romantic entanglements, whether with Hope or Daphne, lies in the absence of tangible stakes or backstory to invest in. Carter and Hope's relationship lacks the slow burn of shared history. There are no nostalgic montages of beachside promises or hidden love letters to tug at heartstrings. Similarly, Daphne's instant devotion to Carter feels like a contrived plot twist, devoid of the gradual build-up that makes soap opera romances addictive. Picture the audience yearning for a scene where Carter and Hope reminisce over a tattered photo from a forgotten gala, or where Daphne reveals a personal tragedy that mirrors Carter's own, forging an authentic bond. Instead, we're served insta-love narratives that feel rushed and hollow, even amidst the opulent backdrop of Forrester Creations design studios. This week, as Carter navigates these dual romantic possibilities, perhaps a late-night confession at a quiet bar with a trusted friend like Ridge Forrester could shed light on his inner turmoil, giving viewers something real to root for. Until then, the emotional disconnect persists, leaving us to hope for richer character development in future episodes. Next, we will uncover the latest drama swirling around Stephie Forrester Finnegan in The Bold and the Beautiful for the week of May 19, 2025. This week, the spotlight shines intensely on Steffi as her decisions, relationships, and commanding presence at Forrester Creations spark heated debates among fans. From her controversial choice to reveal Liam Spencer's heartbreaking secret to Hope Logan, to the unwavering adoration she receives from her inner circle, and her iron grip on her marriage to Finn, there's no shortage of tension. Add to that an unexpected confrontation at home with Luna Nozawa, and Steffi's world is a whirlwind of emotion and control. Let's dive into the intricate layers of her story with fresh perspectives, added details, and imaginative twists to bring this soap opera saga to life. Steffi's bold move, spilling Liam's secret to Hope. First up, we're revisiting the ethically murky decision by Stephie to disclose Liam Spencer's devastating health crisis to Hope Logan. Liam, grappling with the soul-crushing reality of an inoperable brain tumor, had entrusted Stephie with his wish to keep this news under wraps, hoping to shield his loved ones from immediate pain. Yet, in a moment of what she deemed necessary honesty, Stephie shared the truth with Hope during a quiet, tearful exchange at the Forrester mansion's lush garden patio. Was this betrayal of trust a selfless act to unite the mothers of Liam's children, or a misstep driven by her own need to control the narrative? Stephie, haunted by the weight of her choice, seeks validation from those around her, almost as if she's holding court in the grand Forrester living room, awaiting a verdict on her morality. But let's be honest, does anyone in her orbit ever truly challenge her? Picture Stephie nervously pacing near the fireplace, replaying the moment she saw Hope's face crumble with the news, wondering if she overstepped. This week, as ripples from her revelation continue to spread, viewers are left to ponder whether Stephie's actions will ultimately foster healing or deepen the fractures among this tangled family. The echo chamber of adoration, Finn and Taylor's unwavering praise. Stephie's quest for reassurance finds a receptive audience in her husband, Finn, and her mother, Taylor Hayes, who seemed to form a cheerleading squad dedicated to her perfection. Initially, Finn displays a flicker of frustration during a private moment in their oceanfront home's kitchen, his brow furrowed as he questions Stephie's decision to break Liam's confidence over a cup of morning coffee. His tone carries a hint of disappointment, suggesting that even he recognizes the breach of trust. However, this fleeting critique evaporates faster than steam from their espresso machine, replaced by effusive compliments about Stephie's compassionate heart. Taylor soon joins this symphony of praise, meeting Stephie for a heart-to-heart at a quaint downtown cafe, where she paints her daughter as the epitome of virtue, beacon of selflessness who can do no wrong. Imagine Taylor reaching across the table, grasping Stephie's hand, her eyes brimming with maternal pride as she declares her the family's moral compass. This relentless affirmation, while sincere, creates an almost surreal bubble around Stephie, shielding her from any real introspection about her flaws. Fans watch as this dynamic unfolds, perhaps wishing for a moment of genuine conflict that forces Stephie to confront her imperfections rather than bask in constant adulation. Stephie's commanding presence, the boss at home and work. Beyond her personal dilemmas, Stephie's authoritative persona takes center stage, both in her professional domain at Forrester Creations and within the walls of her own home. Often portrayed as an infallible figure, Stephie strides through the company's sleek offices like a queen surveying her kingdom, her decisions rarely questioned by colleagues who revere her as the ultimate leader. Yet, this week, her focus shifts abruptly from boardroom battles to personal crises. Returning home after a grueling day, perhaps still mulling over Liam's condition, she's blindsided by an unexpected visitor, Luna Nozawa. Luna, desperate and emotional, stands in the couple's modern living room, pleading with Finn to step into a paternal role in her life, her voice echoing off the minimalist decor. Stephie's reaction is instantaneous and fierce. She transforms into a protective fortress, issuing stern directives to Finn as if he were a subordinate rather than a partner,